after I won the national championship, the pressure was on because you're no longer representing Benki, you're no longer Suhas, you're representing a country. India is still predominantly a consultant-driven coffee market. So what probably people keep seeing is how quickly these coffee shops go viral, right? That's purely because of design. What I think will go away as we go forward is the mediocre cafes. Home brewing in India will also grow up.
Say if a cafe serves about 500 drinks a day, how many of those should taste identical?
I mean, in an ideal scenario, all 500 should taste the same. But being a cafe operator, I know it does not. If a cafe is achieving about 80% consistency in terms of their recipe, that would be a win. Tech has reached where the best stamping that is possible, the best grinding that is possible, best brewing that is possible, it's there. Get into the coffee business or the cafe business only if you have the passion for it. Just don't get into it for the money.
Our entire system integrates our own proprietary platform called the CoffeeCloud. How do you think the quality of your coffee is? Like you've tasted the TopBrewer coffee today.
So I know the coffee really well. So I would say that it has been brewed really well. The machine is doing justice to the coffee.
So, hi Suhas.
Hi Murtaza.
Welcome to Hyderabad.
Thank you so much.
Firstly, thank you for doing this for us.
Yeah.
And a big congratulations to you.
Thank you very much. I should be the one thanking you because of the support you all did. I was able to go represent the country and I was able to do whatever I was able to do.
This is the least we could do. And thank you for making India proud.
Yeah.
And our little growing coffee community.
Yeah.
To sort of bring it on the map.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for
that. My pleasure. Thank you so much.
Amazing.
Thank you so
amazing.
much.
So before we get into all this tech and coffee, I just want to ask you, how did Benki come along, and what was your thought process, and why did you get into coffee in the first place?
Well, coffee has been a dream since when I was a kid. I'm from Bangalore. I live in South Bangalore. I used to cycle past this Café Coffee Day, which was the second Café Coffee Day that opened in India. And that's when the whole dream started. To be honest, I owe it to Siddhartha sir and Café Coffee Day for me being in the industry. Because I used to save pocket money for 2 weeks and then go drink a cappuccino. That was the go-to beverage of mine. And all of the cool kids in the city were hanging out at Café Coffee Day. And it was such an occasion for me. I used to dress up. I used to comb my hair, get the best clothes out and go to CCD. And that's when I decided, after I finished studying, I come from an orthodox family where double degree is a must. So they used to scare me that if you don't study, if you don't have a double degree, you won't get a girl to marry. So I said, okay, I'll finish my double degree and then I'll open a coffee shop. So I finished my double degree and then I landed a job in Middle East because the family was not really willing to back me to open a coffee shop. So I went there, started working and then got exposed to a global coffee scene. A lot of my colleagues were Australians, Brits and Americans who knew so much more about coffee than I did. And I said, how do I learn this now? I didn't know coffee came from like this machine where you had to tamp, grind and so many other things. So I figured that out when I went to Dubai and I started studying with Specialty Coffee Association of America. And then I started a company there. I exited 2014. But nonetheless, I joined a European company called Café Richard, which is France's biggest coffee company.
Got it.
And they really supported me in studying. And then I studied with SCAE, which is the European wing of SCA, and finished my diploma, started judging international coffee competitions. I came back home in 2017 because the scene in India was picking up and I also wanted to spend time with my parents. So I moved back. Way before I started the business, I had it in my mind that whenever I start this company, I'll call it Benki. Because from where I am, which is Tarikere in Karnataka, it's a small village, they use it as a slang for awesome.
Okay.
So when you have to say something is awesome, like in the north they say, "Hey, bhai, aag laga diya."
So we say kirak.
Kirak in Hyderabad. Yeah. Kirak. So it's a synonym for that. So they say, "Hey, maga benki agide." So that's how we used to use the word, and that's how I named it Benki. So that's how Benki came into being.
Fantastic. What an inspirational journey, Suhas. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for sharing and coming to why we are here. Just to talk about, what you've achieved at the global scale.
Yeah.
The World Barista Championship.
Yeah.
I personally felt that you were the winner.
Yeah.
Okay. Honestly, like looking at the performance, it was absolutely incredible. Okay. But reaching that stage, obviously you've put in way amount of effort
Yeah.
and hard work has gone into
Yeah.
sort of getting there.
Yeah.
Can you explain a little bit about the journey and what went on in your head during that time?
Well, after winning the National Barista Championship, I mean, like we have a saying in the competition world, global competition world, that the winning the national championship is just a ticket to the actual competition, is what they say, because that's where it gets really, really difficult. I've gone as a coach for the previous year's champion to Korea. I'd gone there, but however, even though I was there on that stage, you don't really experience the competition like a contestant. I've also been a station manager before for the World Barista Championship, but you just don't feel that when it's a whole different feeling when you go as a competitor. And after I won the national championship, the pressure was on because you're no longer representing Benki, you're no longer Suhas,
Correct.
you're representing a country.
True.
And a country which is so aspirational when it comes to its coffee culture and what they want to achieve. So much of money going in, so much of hard work going in by the farmers, by roasters, by cafe owners, and all of that. That pressure really got to me. I did break down a couple of times before I went to the world stage itself, because it was a lot of stepping aside from personal life, stepping aside from the business as well. I couldn't give enough time to the family or the team. So business took a hit, personal life did take a hit and all, but the goal was to make the country proud, right? So it was all hands on deck. The whole team was helping me with this, and it was honestly fun. Upping what you know as a coffee professional, and now you have to do it in like 4-5 months.
Correct.
Right? And you have to get to that world stage. So it was a lot of watching other contestants, talking to other previous champions, figuring out a coach, figuring out coffee, so many things.
True.
Figuring out what will I wear in the competition was also one of the things. So it was like that. It was a lot of late nighters, 4 hours of sleep a day for like 3-4 months.
Lots of coffee.
Lots of coffee. Yeah. Bootlegging a lot of coffee.
Correct.
Traveling to Dubai, putting them in my bag.
Correct.
Because importing is very difficult.
Correct.
So it was all of this. It was all of this. But honestly, when I went there, I was not nervous at all, which was quite contrary to who I am. I get quite nervous, even though I've judged competitions, I've been on stage multiple times. I get quite nervous every single time, and that's always worked for me. There, I was not nervous as much. It was a little bit, that's it. But I was very surprised that I was not nervous. But the level of knowledge and the skill that I got to see in the world stage is phenomenal. And I felt I was nothing when I went out there, and I knew nothing because they were at a much higher level. So I got to learn a lot. And
we felt otherwise.
Yeah,
we felt that they sort of didn't know anything, and you knew so much.
Yeah.
But so well put. Like the Indian culture,
Yeah.
the Indian coffee community,
Yeah.
the Indian coffee scene.
Yeah.
Okay, it was very well put, very well curated, the entire
Yeah.
set.
Yeah.
And I would, I'm speaking not only for myself but from
Yeah.
all of India, that thank
Yeah.
you for making us all proud, and I hope this year also you get to go and
Yeah.
again represent the country.
Yeah.
So we'll dive a little deeper into what we're talking about. It says that when coffee is so heavily dependent on a person behind the bar, okay, how do you think that model is very scalable? Like do you think that model is scalable when there's a person behind the bar? And what do you think? What's your thoughts on this?
So I would take references from very forward, like chefs who set trends in the country, bartenders who set trends in the country. So you speak to a very passionate chef, he will say, I don't want to open more than 2 outlets or 3 outlets. Same with a passionate bartender. He doesn't want to work for a bar that has a national presence. He wants to work in a bar that is in the top 50, Asia's top 50 or Asia's top 30. And you speak to any F&B professional, they will tell you that if you would want to do like the most premium, most advanced technique in your food, in your drink, in your coffee, in your tea, it can't be scaled.
Correct.
It's impossible. Because finding the equal amount of passion and for the team to come in every day to work with the same amount of passion, same amount of energy, 365 days a year is very difficult. So I would say that yes, having great quality and scaling can't go together. And there is no brand that has proven this statement wrong so far.
Actually,
in our lifetime.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
At scale, can you preserve quality and,
No, you can't be artisanal. You can't be very people-oriented. People dependent business and then scale quality. I don't think it's possible. There is yet for a brand to come to the world and then say that, hey, look, we have done it. I haven't seen one. I can definitely say in a chain, I can pick a couple of chains and then say, hey, these guys are exceptional in the chains, but they will never be better than a single outlet coffee shop.
Got it. And continuing to that question.
Yeah.
Do you think systems and tech in today's world can sort of help you achieve that?
I would say we are 70-80% there in terms of tech. 20% we are yet to reach what an individual can do. Because coffee is such a, I'm taking just coffee as an example right now. Coffee is so dynamic that every single day it changes. So what today is, let's say, I'll get a little technical here. Let's say a recipe for my espresso that tastes the best is 20 in, 40 out in 25 seconds. Might not be right tomorrow. So you still need a human tongue to taste it and say, hey, look, it's gotten a little more acidic today or a little more bitter today, and then I'll have to change the recipe, tweak it a little bit to make it exactly like how it was yesterday. And as it goes, it keeps changing, and sometimes 3-4 times a day, you need to do that. So that is the reason why I'm saying that 20%, you still need a human to be doing it.
Correct.
But otherwise, I think tech has reached where the best tamping that is possible, the best grinding that is possible, best brewing that is possible, it's there.
Got it.
Yeah.
Consistency.
Yeah.
I want to talk about consistency.
Yeah.
Now, consistency is something that we all deal with.
Correct.
On a regular basis.
Correct.
Isn't very romantic.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
True.
How do we sort of deal with that? Do you have any pointers in terms of how to sort of get that consistency?
Yeah.
One. And second is, do you think this particular problem can be solved by any sort of tech?
Yeah, absolutely. So as a specialty coffee guy, as a spokesperson for one of the guys for specialty coffee, people ask me which is your favorite coffee shop. You'd be surprised. I always say Starbucks, right? So everyone gets really surprised and then they're like, Suhas, what's wrong with you? Why would you choose Starbucks?
Suhas, what's wrong with you?
I'll tell you why I always pick Starbucks, right? Because having been in the business, not just as a trainer or not just as a coffee professional, I run 2 coffee shops myself, and I would say that consistency over quality. So I would pick consistency first, and then next comes quality. Because what is the first thing that you would do when you go to a new country? When I went to China for the first time, it was way back, and then not enough people spoke English. The first restaurant that I looked for was a McDonald's or a KFC.
Correct.
Because I knew what to expect. And then I know it would be consistent if I go to Hong Kong, if I go to Shanghai, if I go to Bangalore or Hyderabad or wherever. So that is key. So people mostly want the exact same thing every single day. It could be with food, it could be with so many things that you would do in your daily life. So if you have a consistent product and even which is 100% and then quality is 70-80%, you will still win over a lot of other coffee shops. Is what I strongly believe in, and it's what I practice in our coffee shops as well. So that's how important consistency is.
Very well said, Suhas. Very well said. If a Café serves about 500 drinks a day, okay, how many of those should taste identical? Okay, and do you think it's possible for a brand to be taken seriously if that's the case?
So, in an ideal scenario, all 500 should taste the same. But being a cafe operator, I know it does not, because it also depends on the mood of the barista, how tired is he that day, because there are elements in a cafe that are still human related, like steaming of milk is one thing, tamping pressure, but now we have auto tampers, that is eliminated. But even how you keep the handle portafilter in the auto tamper does matter. A couple of these kind of things do matter, and the ever evolving coffee itself, understanding that, and then fixing the grinder according to how the coffee has changed. So I would say if a cafe is achieving about 80% consistency in terms of their recipe, that would be a win. I haven't seen a cafe, because now there are applications that there are devices that you can hook up to your coffee machine and then monitor the consistency.
Got it.
So I haven't seen cafes that are 100% consistent. I think it's not possible. Even if I was working behind the bar, I don't think I'll be able to, in my 9-hour shift, make 100% consistent coffees.
Got it. Are enough Indian brands talking about this perfect cup? Do you think, I know that the Indian coffee community is growing, and they're getting conscious about where it's coming from, traceability. What is the right way to sort of make the perfect espresso, or even a manual pour? Do you think brands are taking this seriously, and if it's sort of in its nascent stage and going to grow in the next, say, 5 to 10 years?
Right now, there is not enough talk about that, because India is still predominantly a consultant-driven coffee market. It's what consultants say is what is good in the country for now, but that will slowly change because owners are getting educated. I see established coffee brands coming for trainings with us, like the owners. They might be sitting at 100 CR revenue, but they are coming for training. They are taking 5 days, 10 days off from their work and then coming down and then getting themselves trained. So when this happens is when we will start having conversation of consistency, what quality, the espresso quality is the topmost priority in a coffee shop, etc. So which has happened in other countries. It's not that I'm predicting something. This has happened in so many other countries, and then we have seen how advanced their coffee cultures are. Just because the owners are very well educated, and then the owners start manning the bars themselves, the small ones mostly, and we will see a lot more of this discussion happening as we go forward.
Well said, actually. This was a new thing to me, where India is very consultant driven. In my journey, I have known that a lot of the say goes with the consultant. And do you think that this is some sort of a barrier to Indian coffee, the community? At the rate that it's growing, it should grow a little faster in terms of coffee consultation. And leaving that aside, like you said, the owners have to, or get trained themselves to know better coffee. So the word is out there. So do you think that is the case?
Absolutely. So I'm a consultant myself, right? So I'm shooting on my foot by saying this. But yes, first thing is the owners themselves should get educated. You're going to spend 4-5 months building your cafe, doing all of the interiors and some procurement and so many other things. So spend an extra month educating yourself and then start the business is what I would say. Don't primarily rely on us. Yes, let's say you do everything, and then that fine 5% where obviously you need a lot of years of experience to execute, yes, bring in a consultant, but not for the 95%, is what I would say. Which is what is happening right now.
Correct.
Hence, the growth is a little slower.
So the owners and know the brand themselves. So you just have to sort of divert based on the consultation given, and then you sort of make it your own way.
And also look at it this way: like if I were to take up 10 consultation concepts, how can I do justice to all these 10 concepts? How can I come up with 10 different ideas? But an owner can. I cannot.
True.
Me doing 100 concepts in the year, or not realistic, maybe 20 concepts a year. Can I come up with 20 unique concepts? No way. I cannot.
True.
But the owner can, because it's his baby and he can create something new and unique.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. So let's get into data.
Yeah.
Okay. You're a guy from Bangalore.
Yeah.
Okay. It's the land of data. So how important do you think data is going to be for coffee in the Indian space?
Yeah.
And how is it going to help all of us together in this community?
Yeah.
You know, data could be anything, machine data, you know, traceability, any sort of data.
Correct. I think it's utmost important. If you're scaling, especially, it's super important to understand consumer behavior, what people are liking, what people don't like, and at certain times what people would end up wanting. That kind of data, and also the machine performance data also plays a crucial role. Let's say in terms of how fast would a steam wand in my coffee machine break down, depending on the number of cups that is being made. So this kind of data is not available to me today.
Got it.
As a professional coffee machine sales guy, this data is not available. If it was available for me, let's say Hyderabad has this number of machines from me, and they're making this many number of cappuccinos, and this is how quickly the steam wand will break down. So if I had this data, I could stock spare parts better, I could train my staff better, I could give better service and things like this, right? So that data is not available to me today. I've been talking to multiple app developers if I could do an app for consumer behavior.
Correct.
In my coffee shop, just for my study and everything, so that I can include that in my training. But it's a very expensive thing. I thought I could build an app in like lakh and a half, but you would be shocked to know it costs 15-20 lakhs to build like sort of the app that I'm talking about, that gives you data of who's drinking what, loyalty program and stuff like that. So a lot of people are using data. Some of the leading chains have realized that how important this data is, and then are implementing applications and devices to record this and then read this. It will become, and Luckin, we all know,
yes,
Luckin is making absolute use of the data that they're using.
Correct.
And the only reason why they are successful is because of that. Because if you've had Luckin ever, then you would say that it's a okay coffee. It's not like mind blowing.
It's just on every street.
So yeah, correct.
So again, coming back to data, do you think the machine, when it's a connected system, than a standalone tool, do you think that would help leaps and bounds for a cafe?
Definitely. Like I was telling, how important, right now nobody is studying the data. Everyone's happy that they're doing business and then they are getting enough customers coming in. That's because there's not enough competition in the market yet. We are nowhere close to saturation. But if I were to study, let's say I want to scale, and if I were to study the data starting now, I would have an edge over everybody else.
Got it.
Which so many people are ignoring. But other countries, other developed coffee countries have already realized, and they're doing it. Again, going back to Luckin being an example,
correct.
Blue Bottle does it as well.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Quite a few of them.
And we do it as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're not a cafe, but our entire system integrates our own proprietary platform called the CoffeeCloud.
Right.
Okay. So that captures all the data that you've sort of dispensed. What part is wearing down. Lesser breakdown times.
Sure.
Okay. So all of this system comes together into our proprietary software, which is the CoffeeCloud.
Okay.
And then presents it to the consumer. So
Okay.
it's just very simple for us to sort of call in Delhi or call in Kolkata and be like, okay, you are sort of facing this issue.
Yeah.
You might have a problem in the pressure of your water.
So you know before even it breaks down.
Correct.
Got it. Okay.
That's what our technology does. So this entire system that is under the counter does this exact same thing.
Oh wow. Wow. Interesting. Very nice.
Thank you.
That'll be super helpful.
Yes.
Yeah. And you can also get data of what cups have been dispensed.
Absolutely.
What beverage and all of that.
You can get all your pie charts. You can get it in a graph.
Oh, cool. Okay.
You can put it in your presentations if you have an investor sitting
there.
There
you go. Scalable concepts. That's what they want to hear.
Correct.
Yeah.
So as now we'll move from data to design.
Okay.
I'm a very, very design guy. Okay. I love any sort of design. It could be minimal. It could be classical. Or, what do you feel about design versus cafe aesthetics? Now, I'm seeing a lot of cafes doing this for design.
Sure.
And not for sort of the taste of the cup. I know I've seen a lot of cafes that are great to look at, but probably serve the worst coffee on the planet.
Correct.
So, do you think that is a benchmark now that everybody wants to get great design because they want to attract the customer? and not sort of coming there for the offerings that they're going to have?
Yeah.
And how does this play a role in the day-to-day life of a cafe owner?
A cafe owner. Yeah. So, so what probably people keep seeing is how quickly these coffee shops go viral, right? That's purely because of design. So they are so Instagrammable. Everyone wants to go there. Influencers wants to go there, click photos, post, and all of that. So they become viral instantly. So that is what most of the crowd sees. They say, hey, they went viral because they have like this cool looking coffee shop, but that's not going to last. Because as a individual, how many times are you going to go there and Instagram, and after a certain time you'll be like, hey, there is another coffee shop that looks much better, let's go there. But quality is something that would keep people coming back. So you might have an average looking cafe, but you have a great product, you will not do good business in the beginning.
Right.
You'll pick up business very, very slow. But after 6 months is when you'll start seeing these returns, because your product is good, because word of mouth spreads, and then they say the product is great, and then people keep coming. So I would say a coffee shop has to be a mix of both, but I would say 80-20. 80 should be product and 20 should be aesthetics. That would be the best way to do business. But if you have enough money, why not both?
Yeah, of course. So do generally people who come into cafes want to see how their coffee is made? Or no? This was a genuine question that I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
Do they actually want to see how the coffee is made, or do they just be like, okay, fine, coffee served?
I think people who show how their coffee is made tend to get more trust, tend to get more likes in terms of, people would enjoy that more because they see their product being made. And again, this is not something that I am predicting or I am sort of assessing. We have already seen this in food and in cocktails. Right now, you see all of the cocktail bars, it's right in front, right in your face. The bartender is making the beverage,
right?
Because people enjoy seeing how their beverage was made. It didn't come out of a bottle from the fridge. He put like 10 steps into making that cocktail. And same with food as well. Like open kitchens are becoming so much more popular. The aroma, the look and feel and everything, to showcase that it is artisanal and is freshly made. I would say that cafes should aspire to showcase how they're doing what they're doing. You don't have to hide anything.
Correct.
Because there's nothing that cannot be copied.
Got it.
In the coffee world. It might take a longer time, but it can be.
True.
So yeah, it should be visible. It should be visible is
Absolutely.
What I would say.
So you're saying that you need to have a cool looking machine, versus a consistent machine that has been proved to sort of have.
See, like I said, if the budget allows for it, please have both. Because you will attract a lot of customers for the aesthetics and for the quality of coffee. So if you're able to achieve both with your investment, then 100% you should do it. You should take that step.
Got it.
Yeah.
Coming back.
Yeah.
So do you think that the next generation of cafes are going to be designed more by architects rather than baristas? Or because we're coming back to the same question again. Saying that design has been such an integral part, at least for cafes in Hyderabad. Okay. Design has become so important that a lot of the bar workflow has moved away.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
You have your machine here, but you have your sink there. You know, you're sort of losing time in between your cups.
Correct.
Okay. Do you think that is true?
It is, because architects are making decision. And then I personally had this experience. We had a client that was opening a cafe and they had finalized on a machine. Architect came in and then he said, no, this machine cannot work. And we didn't know until I went and I met the owners. It was like, architect was there. He said, it's not going with the aesthetics. Now I was like, the machine that you're choosing is not going with your concept. You're planning on doing a certain kind of thing, but what machine you're choosing will never be able to achieve that. So yes, architects are playing a role in what machine is to be decided, is to be put into the machine. See, me being a coffee guy, I would say you decide on the coffee, what is your offering, what is your concept in terms of coffee, and then do a design that will complement that, is how I would look at it. Right. That is, if coffee is the star of your cafe or your food or your place or your F&B concept, but not the other way around. And a lot of people design the bar and then come for the machine. No, they should decide the machine and then design their bar.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
On point. Yeah. Because we deal with a lot of architects on a daily basis, and we sell top brewers. And rather than functionality,
Yeah.
they go for how it looks.
Yeah.
But then they're not seeing what it also gives out.
Correct.
So technically, it's works both ways.
Yeah.
You have to complement design and
Correct.
quality together.
Correct. Absolutely.
My next question is going to be: so when you move on from cafes, okay, into offices, large spaces, hospitality segments, do you think a cafe model is practical anymore? Again, because there's such high churn of staff in hospitality segments. Office facilities keep changing. Okay. Do you think a traditional cafe setup is feasible anymore?
So having trained staff in the office all the time, yes, it is definitely a challenge, because you train someone on a cafe setup and then they leave, then the coffee starts tasting bad, and now a lot of the coffee machine decisions are not made by the management anymore. It's the employees that are making the decision, because they know now these traditional older office supply machines can't work, won't taste good anymore.
Correct.
Right? So, cafe sort of setup is tough to manage just because of the human resource. If possible, yes, that will be really good, but in a real world scenario, no.
Got it.
So, having a much more sophisticated, good performing machine makes more sense today.
Got it.
Yeah.
What do you think happens to quality when you remove the entire manual intervention and move to an entirely calibrated system?
Yeah. Consistency goes up, number one. That's very simple. Going back to Starbucks again, now there is a little bit of turmoil and whatnot is happening, but then they reach that position of being number one because of their consistency and their automation.
Got it.
Right? So I would say consistency goes up to begin with, and ease of operation and all of those things go up when you have like this whole automated system. Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so interesting question for you, because I want to know your perspective.
Yeah.
Because we've gone from instant coffee to specialty coffee.
Yeah.
What's next?
I think both will survive. Both will be there. Specialty instant will start making roadways into the Indian market.
Nice.
Is absolutely something that I believe, and then I think that will happen. Because as a country that's growing, the population, the millennials and the Gen Z who are earning have a very active lifestyle, and then they lack time. So they will gravitate towards good instant coffee, for sure. Even though they know it might not be the best that they are having, because of lack of time, they will still say. Because if you've seen the reports, so many reports that are coming out, kitchens in households are becoming smaller and smaller by the day.
Right.
Instant food is becoming more and more popular.
Correct.
And there have been success stories in the country in the last decade where instant foods are becoming popular. So I think there'll be a place for both. What I think will go away as we go forward is the mediocre cafes.
Right.
When I say mediocre cafes, it's not like you're not very coffee forward, nor are you a very baking forward, or nor you're a food forward. You just have the basic sort of food, you have the basic coffee, you have the basic bakes that you have outsourced from somewhere. This kind of cafes will go away.
Got it.
You either have to be an experiential place, or you have to be a place which is like necessity, like Luckin.
Got it.
Right? You just come, grab a coffee quick and then leave.
Got it.
People there are going there for the caffeine hit and not for the flavor. So only these two will survive and thrive, is what my thought is. But instant is going to grow and it's going to be not something that I would enjoy, but truth be told, it's going to happen. Yeah.
Amazing. I've seen those little pouches that.
Yeah, that's gone viral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Will coffee stay confined to cafes, or will it start moving into our daily life? Say, I was in Denmark.
Yeah.
And coffee is huge in Denmark.
Yeah.
One of the highest consumers of coffee in the world.
Correct.
And they have small kiosk units almost everywhere.
Yeah.
Good quality coffee is accessible to people there.
Yeah.
Will India move to that space? And what do you think about it? Is it going to be confined to cafes, or it can move to different locations?
So what's happening in the global economy today is, because the economy is struggling, The middle class is struggling with disposable income. Home brewing is becoming more and more popular, because where you would in European countries where you would spend 4 or 5 euros for a good cup of coffee, at home you can do the same for 2 euros or a euro and a half, right? Italy being an exception. So that's the reason why home consumption is increasing in all of the European countries. In India also, home brewing and home consumption is increasing for the same reason again. And India always has been a very um, uh, price sensitive market. So no matter how rich you are, you want everything at like a very good value, good deal.
True.
Correct? So that's how we are by nature. There's nothing wrong in it, but that's how we are. So I would say that home consumption in India also will go up. Home brewing in India will also grow up. But like I said again, experiential cafes will thrive, because you would step out only if it's an experience.
Right.
If it's just a hangout place like any other, I think you will struggle.
All right, so when you see systems like the TopBrewer from Scanomat, we've sort of discussed on every aspect,
Yeah.
including data,
Yeah.
design,
Yeah.
consistency, speed.
Yeah.
Okay, how easy it is to use,
Yeah.
and sort of bring automation to a level where people also give good quality, calibrate their systems better, and also can do proper quality checks.
Right.
Okay, do you think a machine like this could be used for scale or consistency, and in a place where coffee brewing is an art?
Yeah.
Does this have place in the market where people actually respect coffee and the customer in front, where you can see the coffee being made?
Yeah.
You're actually giving a good experience. You have a great design counter.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think like I was telling you before about these two concepts that will survive. One is the experiential one, and the other one is the necessity driven coffee shop, where you go there and grab a coffee because of the caffeine hit that you want. So automation can work in both the places, but like let's say if it's in an experiential coffee shop, okay, you've gotten an automated machine now, and that's making all the coffee. But how else are you adding value to the customer's experience? If coffee shops focus more on that, which definitely frees away time from the barista to give a more experiential serving to the guests, I think it can definitely work. And when you say experiential cafe, why are you going there? It's because you want to feel good, you want to be treated well, you want to get something that you won't get in your office or your house, right? That's why you're going there. So if the staff start focusing on that with automation, it will free up staff's time to be doing that actually. So if that is done, yes, 100% it will work. But if I were to say that I will push a button and then just slide a cup towards you and use the automation, no.
Correct.
Right? Yes, if it's a necessity driven where you're in a metro station where you want to just grab a coffee and then quickly run, okay, fine. There it'll work. No problem.
But how do you think the quality of your coffee is? Like you've tasted the TopBrewer coffee today.
Yeah.
And do you think, is it at par with, a lot of, because that requires precision grinding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We use flat burrs.
Yeah.
Okay. There is consistent tamping pressure.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is of 20 kilo.
Yeah.
We're using 9 bar water pressure.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think these are all technical aspects that make a good espresso?
Absolutely. So, I mean, first of all, this is the second cup I'm having since morning, right? But both of the cups have been really good. Both were different blends, and then it's bringing out the nuances. And the coffee that you served me is a coffee that I've been roasting and serving and drinking for the last 7-8 years. And this farm is quite close to me. The owners are, the planters are, and everything. So I know the coffee really well. So I would say that it has been brewed really well. It's been the machine is doing justice to the coffee, right? And obviously there are multiple things that play a crucial role in a coffee, which is one most important thing is water. And you were showing me the water systems that are in place and etc. So that is obviously playing such a crucial role. But yes, the machine is doing justice to the coffee, and then it's tasting great.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. So just a founder to founder reflection.
Yeah.
Okay. What's one assumption about coffee machines you think the industry needs to unlearn?
One thing about unlearn about coffee machines. Just having an expensive coffee machine doesn't make sure that you are serving good coffee. Is one thing that I would really want people to know, because you can have the best machine and then like the ethanol fuel that we are putting into our fancy cars, right? So you can have the best car, but the fuel is bad, then you will spoil your vehicle. So same way, the driving experience is bad. Here, the same way, you have a very good machine, you will have to have good raw materials put into it. Is one thing. And other thing is, there are two things I would want to say.
Okay.
The other thing is, coffee machines are not set it and forget it kind of thing. Regardless of what machine, you have to clean it properly. You'll have to maintain it. Yes, the automated ones are less maintenance, but you will have to clean the machine. It's like a frying pan at home. You wouldn't cook today in a frying pan and then leave it like that and then cook again the next day. You will wash it and then use it, right? So the same way the coffee machines are, it needs to be cleaned every single day. I really wish people start cleaning their coffee machines on a regular basis.
Absolutely.
So these are the two things.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I think that's such valuable info.
Yeah.
Before we close, do you have anything else to say in terms of your experience in the community?
Yeah.
And India is going to, I think it's going to be a great leap forward in the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say to the people out there in the community?
Yeah.
To sort of encourage people to sort of support each other.
Yeah.
In everything that we do. See, you sell machines, I sell machines.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, but you're here sitting with me, and
Yeah.
it's more of a community thing than a competitor thing.
Correct. Absolutely. Absolutely. So one thing that I would want to request the community is get into the coffee business or the cafe business only if you have the passion for it. Just don't get into it for the money aspect of it. Yes, you can scale. You can be 500,000 outlets. That's completely okay. But please get into it only if you enjoy coffee, only if you enjoy serving people is what I would request. And that's the only way that the quality of coffee will go up in the country. And we'll have to start treating our baristas much better than what we are treating today. We don't really respect that profession. That's also the reason why we are seeing quality not increasing substantially very quickly, because baristas are not motivated enough to be making better coffee. I mean, in terms of even Scanomat, right? A barista is not just a guy who's pushing buttons on a coffee machine.
Absolutely.
He has to taste coffee. He has to understand combinations and understand people, what they need, what they enjoy, and things like that. That is a barista. So if we start encouraging them more, I think they will start serving better coffee. So I would say respect baristas more.
Fantastic.
Is it?
Thank you so much, Suhas.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing this.
Thank you, Mirza.
Thank you.
Thanks,
thank
man.
You, thank you.